guys? Sam here with Splash Bro Sports. As you guys know, we're here to deliver the most waviest sports content. It's our favorite time of year. NBA playoffs just started, and we have some good matchups on Saturday and on Sunday. Some of our predictions so far looking so good, but nevertheless, let's jump right into it. First game of the whole playoffs was Brooklyn versus Philly. It was a nice matchup, 3 versus 6. Philly wound up winning 121 to 101. Across the board, it was more of a balanced attack. You had Embiid with 26 points. He had 5 rebounds, not much to show. I know Harden had 23 and 13, but he also had 7 to 13 from three. So there's that. Good to see from James Harden. Not expecting him to drop 25 every game, but if he could get close to it, that would be ideal. Like that's what they need. It's like, bro, like you used to drop 35 in your sleep. I know now you want to play point guard, but let's get to dropping 25 and dropping 10 dimes. You could do that. That's the cheat. That's the key for success between you and Embiid. Embiid might not necessarily have to get the 10 rebounds, but as long as he's getting 25 to 30 points a game plus, you guys are just going to be just fine. Besides that, Tobias Harris dropped in 21, 4 and 4, 3 of 3 from three. Maxey had 13 points as well. For the Nets, Bridges had 30 points. He was 2 for 4 from the three line, 12 of 18 from the floor. So, he's been fucking balling since he got in there. It's been scary. Like, where was this at in Phoenix? And it's like, was they really holding you back and really making you just be a wing defender? Like, now this dude is a two-way player getting buckets, getting buckets. It's just a little scary. But nevertheless, before the series started, I had Philly winning in five. I just think that they have what it takes to take this team out pretty quickly. And with Bridges playing the way he is, obviously is going to make it very interesting. Probably be a tough 5 games, but I have Philly winning in five. I think Philly needs to take care of business. That way, in the second round, they play the potential winner of the Celtics and Hawks, which I think the Celtics are going to win. So most likely, both teams might end their series in 5 games. It'll be ideal if they have the same amount of rest because Philly will be the underdog starting the series on the road. So there's that. But back to this series, I think it ends in five. Right now, we're currently going to see what happens tonight for game two. I know currently the Nets are plus 10 on the spread. I think I'm going to lean towards it, although I do still think Philly wins. I just don't know about the plus 10 points. Besides that, it's going to be a very good game. We're going to see if Harden could bounce back, probably be consistent, maybe drop another 23 and 10, 25 and 10. But last game, if I'm not mistaken, I'm looking at my notes here, Harden was 8 of 21. So he hasn't shot in 20 shots in a minute in a long time, and he hasn't taken more shots than Embiid in quite some time either. So it's a good sighting, good to see. Obviously, he made the 7 threes, and then besides that, he had like one shot, but they just need to spread the floor, and they made a whole bunch of threes. So just looking down here, we had Maxey, who was 3 for 5 from three. Harris was 3 from three for three. Harden 7 of 13. Embiid made the 1 for 4. PJ Tucker made like 2 as well. And with PJ Tucker, he was key because he made those corner shots that it was like a momentum changer, momentum switcher that, they just needed it to cut the lead or like to stop the lead from getting cut as well. So, those threes here and there from your 3 and D guy who's on the wing is going to come through very clutch. And right now with Harden, just, he's the facilitator, he's the point guard, but don't get too caught up in being the point guard. Like, you can still score, bro. You can still score. So go out there, go score, go get them buckets, and just help your team be on cruise control and coast. That's all that I'm asking. Honestly, feel like tonight we're gonna definitely see Maxey go for 20 plus. Today we might see Tobias Harris drop back down to like the 15-point marker. Harden 20 plus for sure. Just hopefully it's more towards 23, 25. Embiid, I think is gonna get 30 tonight. Me personally, he didn't drop 30 last time. He had the 26 and 5, but he was actually only 7 of 15 from the floor. He did make 11 of 11 from the free throw line, so that is something to take account. And he also had his 2 blocks, so there's something we could look at as well. But, I think that tonight's game, I'm not ruling out the Nets, what they have to offer, what they can do. This team is very pesky. Last game, although the Sixers won by 20, you did see the Nets cut into the lead from time to time or go on certain runs. And Mikal Bridges dropping 30 points. You need some help. You need to do something. So 12 of 18, 4 of 4 from the line, 2 of 4 from three. Dinwiddie, you need to step it up. 5 of 12 from the floor, 3 of 5 free throw line, 1 of 5 from three. Cam Johnson did what he could, 7-11 from the floor, 4-6 from three. So, there's that with the Nets. They right now need to focus on how to get those guys off that 3-point line, run them off, probably keep it more interesting in that regard. However, I still think the Sixers win in five. I just don't think the Nets have what it takes to keep up with that firepower. And as we saw in the last game, when the Sixers are firing on all cylinders, I just think that's going to be tough to compete. A lot of experts actually think that the Sixers have what it takes to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, if not the NBA Finals. They've shown at times in the regular season. They played Brooklyn, they played Boston, they played Milwaukee, they played Cleveland, and they've held their own in some of those other cities. So I think they have what it takes going on from here. If they face a Boston in the second round, they will be the underdog and they will be faced or poised to start the series on the road. And let's just say that they play Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals, they're going to start that series on the road too. So I think the advantage about the playoffs is that home court advantage can go both ways. It's a thing that sometimes the crowd could be very too much into it, and that fuels the home team's, energy, and they feed off of it and they go crazy. Or sometimes it could be the complete opposite. And with that being said, some people thrive off of playing on the road in game one, like a LeBron James. Like, they wanted to win in game one, they did what they did, but the pressure is kind of less on you to defend home court. So that's why without that pressure, you're just poised to go out there and probably just play the game, give you your best chance, and possibly have a chance to walk out of there with a win, which we did see a lot of road teams do this past weekend. I think it was about 4-4 amidst all the 8 matchups. But think it has a lot to do with what I said, that I feel like this first round, we're going to see a whole bunch of 6, 7 game series. We're going to see a lot of teams win on the road. There's been a lot of parity this season in the NBA. A lot of teams finished around or a little above 500. So there's that in for itself. But besides that, I just think that we can't go overreacting off the game ones. Let's see how things pan out. We do have game two tonight. I want to see how that goes. And we also have game two of Sacramento and Golden State, which we will be doing an episode next about that. So just want to say thank you guys. Stay tuned. Keep on following, liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I just want to say thank you for your support every day. I appreciate you guys for free every day. Thank you and have a great day.